Yo, yo, yo. Good evening. Hello, hello. Hello in this Wednesday evening. Dude, I haven't visited Spain for many times. I think I have visited it for 2 times. Yo, 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 Linda. Hello, film buff. I don't know what means these signs, but I mean, sometimes I do them. Don't worry, Linda. I have lots of antennas on my head. Veselis, I'm from Latvia. Hello, Krishna Tivari. Today we are talking about, well, we will see. You see, when I start these live streams in the evening, I don't even know if I'm gonna talk. But if some comment makes me to respond well then I guess talking starts. Probably a weird way how to live stream. Folks, for our meditation was very good. You know, I have noticed that always after like long meditations, in the next day, like events start to happen like with turbulence, and things start to sort out in your life naturally, one after another. And it usually happens after deep and long meditations. Some people that you haven't talked to suddenly starts to call to you. Some stuck projects just randomly, suddenly resolves. No, film buff, I don't keep up with um, all of the news. I mean, I read some news each day. Hello, hello. Runs, well, I don't do any rituals. Jupiter, well, because not all of the life is living, existing with the same mind you do. Mind is very limited. Our understanding is very limited. Fox Mulder, I feel like meditation just clears you out. It clears your energy. It opens your mind. When you meditate deeply, I would say you let go from you some stuck energies. Some old energies that you don't even realize they are there, and then you are ready for something new. Yes, like cleansing. But I'm telling you, it usually doesn't happen after random evening meditation or daily. It happens after long meditation. But you never know fully. Maybe without you meditating, the next day would be just like that. Like that, you know, the energies are shifting all the time in universe. Hello, I don't know how much is 102 Fahrenheit. I live in Europe. How to remove negative thoughts? Well, what these negative thoughts are trying to tell you, because thoughts are information. Why do you want to remove negative thoughts? They are telling you something. Something has to be changed in your life. I mean, if you think you should fight negative thoughts, then you will become a fighter. But what could these negative thoughts tell to you? How do you think? Jo Isha. It's not like you have to run away when you face negative thoughts. Listen to them. Be open to them. Bye, Hanu. I'm sorry for you. Dude, if your temperature is really that high, what are you doing here on YouTube? YouTube live stream. You need to rest. Especially your eyes. Put something cold on your forehead. Some cold towel on your forehead and eyes as well. And keep your eyes closed. As well, drink some medicine. If you have such high temperature, you really need to drink some medicine. Ollie Thompson. I want you to tell me what am I doing here on this live stream. your mind is constantly filled with negative thoughts, and you feel like those very thoughts are going to come true for you. Sort of, well, honestly, tell me something about your lifestyle. Is your lifestyle so balanced and healthy, and you still perceive negative thoughts? Is environment around you healthy? People you meet every day, people you talk to, do you allow yourself to rest, relax? If you do all of this and your thoughts are still negative and troubling you, dude, then start with your sleep time. You say you sleep 4 or 5 hours per day. Dude, if you sleep 4 or 5 hours per day, don't expect positive vibrations around you. You will get triggered. You will get negative thoughts. Dude, there is no problem with perceiving negative thoughts. They are trying to tell you something about your life. No, Ollie, drugs don't help negative thoughts. Dude, using drugs for solving out your problems, it's like you stand on a road and the bus is driving like in front of you, and you know that it will hit you, and you just close your eyes, or you just like put a blanket on around your eyes. Well, Ollie, I can tell you how I know about drugs. First, I don't use drugs. I don't use drugs. And that was never my thing, but you know how I know? Because people can learn from others. If you learn only from your own mistakes, dude, well, you're not using full potential of your brain. Easy as that. That is what people can do. We are developed so far that we can learn from others, dude. We are smart monkeys. Dude, even chimpanzees learns from other chimpanzees. And you think that people only learn from what they experience? Yes, Linda, regulars are not here today. They are still meditating from yesterday. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest, I did block Sadia. What we think about life actually comes true? Well, no. Sort of no. It doesn't work like that. But of course, your thoughts can attract uh, things you think about. Because whatever you keep around you, dude, it creates energy around you. It stays in your energy. And it attracts similar energy. Yes, yes, Fox Mulder, I have heard that. I mean, what can we do about it? We tried. Yes, Linda Sadia should start live streaming. But I find that it is useless to talk about Sadia, whatever he or she is. I mean, no offense, but it just doesn't give any value to this stream. Forget that, Jupiter. Yo, yo, yo. Sort of Mundal, well, you're welcome. I mean, that was easy suggestions, nothing complicated. But it really works what I told you. Content in your life changes, content in your mind changes. If you change something, and if you can notice what needs to be changed, that is bothering you in life. Well, there is no need to swear. That's right, Rans. I mean, there is no need to insult people or to hate. I mean, people who are doing that, well, no one's being as affected as you on your own, because that happens in your mind. What is lost? I don't know what is lost. Dude, I don't know so many English words. Surov, it's all good. I don't know to who you are telling this, but it's all good, brother. How to control hormones? Jupiter, well, I think that your body is doing that. And your hormones are performing differently in different stages of your life. Experience that, that's it. Your hormones will do their stuff when they want to. But you can balance anything with healthy lifestyle. If you are already grown up, still struggling with unbalanced feelings, let's say, well then learn what balance is. Learn what healthy lifestyle is. What changed with awakening? Intensity, relationship intensity perception. And because of that, you can perceive more peace in you, more freedom in you. People don't recognize, don't perceive usually peace because everything feels so intense in your mind. All the feelings feel so intense, so personal. Folks, uh, when you say to someone, become vegan, it will not resolve anything, dude, because in the end, it's about nutrition. It's about proper nutrition. You can be vegan and have, most of vegans has totally bad nutrition, and over time it starts get to them and they start to feel more depressed, anxious, perceive some kind of panic attacks, but not because they are vegans, but because not enough proper nutrition. And same with people who eat meat. Dude, most people who eat meat, they as well totally don't know what is good nutrition levels. So it's not about being or not being vegan. Both are good. But usually for ego, well, ego tries to find enemies, tries to find who is living wrongfully. Ego loves to create problems that even doesn't exist. Sorry, Pragop. Yes, today it is late live stream. Next week will be more earlier live streams. But you know, nothing. Linda usually at 9 or 10 p.m. Yo, 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 new name. Hello, Pedro. Bossy, you are practicing stillness, that is great. You're practicing recognizing stillness. MCX, is this the only live stream you always come to and say that you're pooping, or you are doing this in all of the live streams you come across? I see you every day. What an interesting way to communicate. What prevented the intensity of life before awakening? I'm not sure if I get your question right. No, I guess I get your question. What prevented the intensity of life before awakening? Dude. So you're asking what made my life intense before I started to do mindfulness practices and self-inquiry and meditation, well, it was just life, dude. All of the life. All of the life was intense. All of the aspects of life was intense. I guess that was just what I needed. I can't tell you exactly. Dude, everything was bad. Just all of it. But I did realize that this can start to change. Because I realized how chaotic I was, how chaotic was my mind, how negative it was, how trapped it was, full of all the experiences that I have been through. And I held all of these experiences in me. And I totally did not know, did not realize who am I in my mind. Linda, I started like deeply meditating and this self-inquiry before 50, no, almost 17 years ago. So it means that before 70 years, my life started to heal slowly. Rans, you are asking me, how do we know we have any control over you want? Dude, about what kind of control are you talking about? I mean, if you want to have an apple, you find apple tree or you go to the shop and buy apple, you have apple. Is, do you, is that control for you? Or are you talking about some kind of mind control? Mind control runs. Why do you want to control your mind, Runs? Tell me that. Well, why do you think that? Dude, your mind is employee for you. Your mind is working for you. without you even trying to do that. Your body is working for you as well. You're not trying to strictly control your body. You see, when you lift your arm, you can say, well, you are controlling the arm, so it's so it moves, but actually, well, then find the controller. Is there a controller? So, Suyal, if lust means hormones, and you're asking me how to control hormones, well, first tell me, what kind of problems this lust is giving to you? What you don't like about it? Exactly. Because there is nothing wrong with anything. It's just that you like to perceive it in your life or you don't. It helps you in life or it keeps you back from something. Hello, Despacito. Nice to see you as well. Yo, NPC. Well, Sujal, I don't exactly why you disperceive in your life and why this is a problem for you, but you can find out for yourself. Find out that for yourself. Practice meditation, practice presence. Dude, I did find out that I have allergy to onions just because of practicing mindfulness and awareness. Because when your mind becomes more clear, you start to better recognize just patterns in life, just consequences. Well, NPC, this hair can, well, this hair is not a stable value. This hair will be cut off someday. Suyel, every of this live stream that I do is more or less about meditation. But I don't do yoga, no. Yesterday we did 4-hour meditation in live stream. But dude, you know what will happen to you, most likely, if you start meditating? You will stop doing it. Because you will face things that you don't want to face. Face thoughts and feelings that you don't want to face. Despacito, that's interesting that, well, that's awesome that you feel like that, because I feel like we are talking always about nothing or about the same thing, just in a little bit other words. Okay, MSX. What is purpose of doing all this meditation and stuff? Well, only you know that. You know exact purpose why you need it, or why you think you could need it. New name you mean in Discord? I will see later. Maybe we'll get banned there as well. What I want to achieve from this? You mean from live streaming? From meditation? From... Dude, what I want to achieve from my life? Basically, you're asking what I want to achieve in my life. Is that what you're asking? Dude, crazy question. What I want to achieve in my life? Well, it changes. You want to achieve something, you achieve it, you celebrate, and then you want to achieve something else. Simple. Or you think that achieving something is bad for you and it shouldn't be there in your life. No success, no achieving, no goals, denying all of it. Is that a happy life formula for you? no inner growth. Only about meditation? Well, for me, meditation is just another way how I live. Just relaxation, dude. But I did meditate before, especially when I started meditation. I did meditate for knowing who am I, just for truth, for wanting to see, is there a truth? What is God? What are my troubles? Why am I suffering? I did meditate because all of this, dude. And it's not like meditation is feeding you with answers. Meditation is just helping in this. Meditation is when you fully concentrate energy. And if you fully concentrate energy in you, you simultaneously take out energy, drag out energy from something else in you. You see, if you are stressed by your thoughts, occupied by some heavy feelings, if you meditate, well, meditation is about just conscious presence, keeping attention to something, let it be inner stillness. Well, what happens then? Well, you lose your attention from so many feelings and thoughts that you usually hold in you. How can meditation go separately with Despacito? I don't know much about religion, but I know that some religions are teaching you meditation. Religion is just philosophy, dude. That philosophy can or well, it can contain meditation or no. Well, I wouldn't say it is the same, Despacito. Religion is specific. Philosophy can be anything. Jivan Mukta. Physically, I don't have master. But if you mean personas, then I would say my masters were, like if you mean spiritual persons, my masters were Eckhart Tolle, Moji, Osho, Raman Maharishi. And then the greatest master was just life. Every moment, every people you meet, deep silence, just life happenings. Life is your master. Empty, I don't know about praying, but I see how praying can be part of meditation, because if you pray one thing over and over consciously, well, then you are aware. But I would say real meditation is when you are totally relaxed, dude. If you pray while you meditate, you are not fully relaxed. You can use praying at the beginning of meditation just to get your mind there, out of some thought loops. But real meditation is also about deep relaxation, conscious relaxation, noticing the moment. Thanks for star. I don't know what it is, but thanks. Linda, this instrument is sound bowl. Tibetan sound bowl. 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 Not ball, but bowl. You can get this on internet or in some physical shop in your city. Just make sure you actually try it before you buy it, because they have different tones. What do you mean, Ilse? By asking, where are the excursions? Ilse, what do you mean by highest meditation? I mean, there is no such goal in my life to do the highest meditation. be the best meditator. Life is about everything, every moment. Meditation is not better than talking with your loved ones, hugging a tree. Meditation is just a practice of focus, let's say. Some of you need to increase the level of focus, some of you don't. Some of you need it for self-inquiry, some of you need it for just something else. Thanks, Ryan, for sparkles. And I mean, I'm not used to saying thanks to these appearing emojis, but I appreciate it. I just like to focus on some questions on chat. Well, DJ, for me, point of this live stream is just enjoying it. I enjoy connecting with people and talking about these topics because I would say 99% people around me in my life are not into these topics. And I don't want them, I don't want to make them to be in these topics. I enjoy them as they are. Because, dude, self-inquiry, meditation, awakening, enlightenment is not about something big, something better than anything else. It's just for you, for someone, not all of us. No matter what you choose to do, choose to believe, choose to achieve in this life, choose to perceive, well, you won't change the truth. We all experience the same existence, the same moment, the same aliveness. But for you, I don't know what is this live stream for you. You create it, you perceive it by yourself, in your mind. Bilan, what if someone has mental or physical issues affecting well-being? You are talking about very, very, very small percentage in this life. Brother, I don't know. I don't know all the answers. I think that everything can be optimized in some way. Bossy, that's interesting observation. When you're eating, thoughts arises. Well, it's not the same for me, but probably mm, I feel like for many people, mind is working in some kind of dysfunctional way, out of normal way, out of balanced way. Because of too much attention to thoughts. And this secondary layer thinking, wanting to control thoughts. Because mind naturally is not that loud. The more you allow your mind to just work, work on its own, the quieter it gets. So if you are eating and you are perceiving that you have more thoughts when you eat, well, I would say in general, probably you perceive your thoughts as something very loud in your mind. Because the mind state of people usually is this. It's like all the time moving your arm. Well, you don't do it with your body, with your muscles. I mean, your blood is flowing all the time, but you are not distracted by that. But dude, people are playing with their mind all the time, unnecessary. Emotions as well. Flynn, if you want to be peaceful and innerly free, well, practice what I'm talking about. Consciousness is enough. Consciousness, awareness is what you need more in your moments throughout the day. Always just try to notice what is this moment. Not only your thoughts, dude. All of this moment, whatever this is. Just leave, sometimes, dude, just leave your thoughts alone. Don't touch them. If it's feeling like it's something psychologically important for you to sort it out in your mind, you know what is great practice? Just leave it there. Start to use your mind more practically. It's not bad if you use your mind for all these psychological self-stories, but, well, the next step would be recognizing that psychological self is not all the story there is about who you are. It's just a small part of the whole truth. Walk around, hug some trees, talk to people. Feel that there is stress in you when you talk with some unknown people. Just recognize the moment, whatever is the moment. Do some work, do some workout, learn something, and just notice how that is happening in this moment. All you actually need is awareness for clarity, for realizing that everything that comes and goes is just a happening. Yes, I am lead singer from Coldplay. Bossy, I see your comment out of context when you say it's hard for me to forgive. But you know what? I don't know what was the conversation before I recognized this, but forgiving that's the best self-inquiry practice. Forgiving dissolves your ego. And if you can learn to forgive, well, you don't need to learn it, but if you can forgive to life itself, to every part of your life, if you can forgive, well, you are letting go. You will not perceive true inner freedom if you don't let go, dude. Yo, Vicky. Why I have gaps between talks? Because, dude, there is gaps between thoughts and words. Do you perceive these gaps? Dude, there is so much more space in your mind and nothingness in your mind than words or thoughts. All the content, dude. When I see you two fingers, dude, you see the gaps, naturally they are there. But do you give attention to these gaps, or you give attention only to these fingers? Do you see the gaps? Well, Nyuna, forgiveness is important because if you forgive, you become more free, more empty. You let go some illusion. Illusion that there is someone holding on to something in you. Cool, Vicky, I love grasshoppers. Bossy, well, how would it look in your life if you would forgive one by one? You can forgive to everyone at the same time. You don't need to do it one by one. If you will do it one by one, well, I don't think it's gonna work. It's gonna create some drama. Because you don't have to do anything to forgive. Just realize that there is no reason to hold on, to hold in you anything that you hold in you psychologically. There is just no reason for that, because can you find in you, is there someone doing this? Is there someone in you who is holding on psychologically? if you realize that behind these memories, let's say, that you hold in you, if you realize that behind these memories there is nothing, well, then there is no reason to continue to hold on to them. Yo, Lemon. I don't use TikTok, but I have perceived that, I have noticed that TikTok lives are different. But Bossy, you know how to forgive naturally. Do it in the way how you feel like it should be done. There is no wrong way how to live, how to forgive, and all of this. You know the best, all of you know things already that I'm talking about naturally. And even if you feel like you don't understand something or understand something, try it and you fail, well, it's part of the process, it's natural. There is no failing. Sensation of failing is actually not failing. You're still growing. Hatoshi, addiction can be stuck in you not only because of some spiritual reasons. Dude, if you would be enlightened, you could still have addictions. Well, these addictions would not be so intense for you psychologically, but dude, again, many addictions appear because of unbalanced lifestyle. And if you feel like you can't change anything in your life, you don't have will to change something, well, look at yourself as if you would look at some project. Because, dude, this life is about project you. You are the project of this life for you. It's not that hard to change something. Well, it can feel like it's hard to change something if you strictly hold on to something. You can try to look in you what is behind addiction. The one who is in addiction, the one who needs this addiction, who is it? Can you find it, really? And for example, another way how to explain to you, when some feelings or thoughts, these addictionary feelings or thoughts appears in you, don't give them attention. If you feel like you can't do it, well, don't give this attention as well. This can be used as meditation. Yo, you all see these stars? I thought, thanks Gina for star. I guess star is like 1 cent. Thanks for support. Um, no problem. FR Chug. FR Chug. I don't know if I have nice thoughts or not nice thoughts. But these thoughts come from freedom. These thoughts are free. Free, spontaneous. You see, anything that I talk with you does not come from control. Thoughts just arise when it's needed. That person who mentioned addiction in chat, well, I don't remember precisely what was the person, but can you tell us something about your habits in life? About what you eat? How much do you sleep? What you do daily? What are your daily habits? What is your relationship with people? Diamond, sorry, but Jesus did not die for my sins. Jesus died because in that period of life, people were not that smart, so they killed Jesus. They were not ready for things that Jesus was talking about. So Jesus died because of that, not for me. Like, not for this body. I mean, when you point at me, you point at my body, my personality, my mind. Not some kind of higher me. AM chill. If our child, well, thanks for kind words. You may be right. AM, well, yes, that is totally normal, but AM, the way how you are just appearing in this chat and wanting to paint me naked, that's suspicious. Yo, Chandu, dude. Listen, for all of you who are like supporting me with some coins, I hope that you realize that first you need your money for yourself, for your family. Thanks, Chandu. Thanks. Yes, yes, Chandu, you are here always. Always first on this live stream. AM, dude. If you're so serious, dude, you know what? Even if you would Instagram me and say to me, listen, I want to paint you naked, even if you would be 100% serious about this, I would not agree. And you know what? I am not because I am afraid of that, because I am walking totally naked in my apartment and I have fully open wall, like window, like one my wall is full window without curtains, like they are small transparent curtains, dude. But I know what can people do with something they paint in internet. You can do weird stuff, dude. Chandu is on fire. Sending full arsenal. Hello to Slovakia alien. Yes, Eferchug. Well, there is super rarely a reason to not be kind to people who make fun or even hate, because there are lots of different people. They are being grown up in so many different ways, and first reaction from people does not tell you who these people really are and what their intentions really are. It's just like some kind of natural first response from some people to hate, to be negative. New name, I'm telling that because I don't feel like that's something bad about walking naked. Thanks, Linda. 777. No, new name today, no chess game. Maybe after the stream. Sorry if I don't respond for all of you who send some kind of monetary support, because, dude, that would, if we would talk all the time here about just me saying hello to everyone, saying where I'm from, my name, and thanks for support and all of that, then I would not vibe with that then. Joek Nellis. I don't know what is Angelo Di Lullo. Be aware, dude. I know what is Ramana Maharishi, if Ramana is... I mean, if that Ramana, what you mentioned, is Ramana Maharishi, this dude. The dude, I don't know what is Angelo Di Lullo. The stream is about Martin Coders, about your mind. The stream is about how do you perceive this moment? How do you perceive your thoughts? But I will have to end in like 5 to 10 minutes because my wife needs some sleep and we live in a small apartment, one room apartment actually, one big room, living room together with kitchen and bedroom is like behind wall, but it's not real wall. Flynn, my wife is not into meditation, like conscious meditation. And I'm not forcing her to do that. You can be totally fine without even meditation. But my wife, I would say she's unconsciously into self-inquiry and mindfulness because, dude, well, we lived together for 14 years, and of course we change with our energy. Thanks, Bossy, as well. Hello, Unaid. AM, why would I be? Dude, AM, do you have some kind of YouTube channel where you do these paintings? Dude, I don't know. Why do you think I am interested in naked painting? Unaid, like, I don't identify as artist, but, well, some part of me is artist. I mean, I sometimes create music. Thanks, Kane, thanks, Fool. Do you remember your past lives, Bossy? This is a tricky one. Yo, new name, dude, you're the first one, actually, with this one. This new name, this Linda comment, dude. Linda and Keys, that's so funny. But about past lives, brother, I don't want to be party pooper, dude, about past lives. But this body and this mind, all that you know in this life, dude, is here for you only for this life. You know, of course, energy is eternal. It's just for me to easier say that it's eternal. Maybe energy can be destroyed, but dude, something always stays. Energy and information. But dude, you know, some people have thoughts about past lives, some memories, but those will always be beliefs. Sorry to say that, but no one's gonna prove it. Because all you have is this moment. This moment is only reality. And your mind can make up stuff easily, you know that. There are so much blind beliefs in spirituality. and also coming from legit some kind of spiritual teachers, legit in someone's eyes, not legit in their heart. Well, I just will say to you, you can't destroy energy. And you know what? Listen, even physically on this planet right now, there are immortal creatures. Well, they can regenerate themselves, even physically. Well, unless they are being eaten or infected with disease. But there are immortal creatures on this planet. I think there was two of them, like scientifically proven, that they could be immortal just biologically looking at them. So this else shows you that there is something indestructible behind what you perceive physically. But the thing is, the memories, in the way you perceive them, they will be deleted. And you know what? Forget what I told you about past lives, because it's a belief. Maybe it is possible in a way that mind cannot explain it to you. I could find logical explanation how to remember past life, but dude, no matter what I answer to you, it will be belief. It will be content in your mind. Just forget it. Move on. Well, Mutnau, that also can be belief, what you said. Buggy, you can ask whatever you want to ask. Appearing phenomenon. You said there was a Tibetan Lama that said that there was this scientist who did a study who remembered his room for his past life, and a guy who was on vacation in England and went to his past life in house. Dude, listen. You, this is assumption, because either way, we don't realize how powerful actually is our mind in this exact moment. Because these kids that are telling you something about past lives, well, they are actually telling you something about this moment, not some kind of past. Because in this moment, everything is connected. In this exact moment, all of this existence is connected. And you can't connect to other parts of information in this moment, in your mind. But that's not like that, it doesn't have to be past, some kind of real past. Yes, yes, appearing phenomenon. Well, that's the thing. This is why you should always keep your mind open. Like these kind of topics, these kind of things, well, it's for entertainment to the mind. Maybe for some scientists to do some research. But keep your mind open. Whatever we talk about past lives or things like this, it does not change the nature of your mind. It does not change how your mind works. It does not change the fact that all the content in your mind is the same content. It does not change the fact that everything comes and goes automatically and you are free. Free from controlling it. Is there a mind and how can we look at it? Well, you are using your mind to perceive this world. And the one who would look at the mind would be and is the same mind doing it. Because we are perceiving this world through our mind. No other way how to experience it for us people. You are doing it already. You will not find like some kind of object in you that is what, like you could say, yeah, that object is the mind. The mind is all of this in this moment. All this creation that you perceive is the mind already. And you are perceiving it. Okay, I really have to allow my wife to sleep. I will be back tomorrow. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for these conversations. Object needs to go. Object needs to go, that's right, Linda. We all are objects of this moment. New name. I have to show you the view. If you want it so badly. Dude, uh, Roman King, you say Europeans are so handsome. Well, thanks, but listen, I have traveled around many countries, totally not all of them, but I perceive that not only Europeans are beautiful. Thanks, Junaid. Okay, see you later, see you later. No, Junaid, I am from one of the smallest countries in Europe by population. See you later. Wait, what wait? I have to go. Wait. Wait. Junaid, I will visit London soon because my cousin lives in London and I want to visit her. Bagiesh, I can answer it. Dude, you don't need all these answers to your questions. If some question is important for you, you know what? Try to be brave enough to just allow yourself to forget this question. You see, self-inquiry, your mind evolving, works in different ways. Sometimes you feel like you need answers and you try to get them. That's okay. That's not wrong. But if you would realize that you actually can be totally fine without knowing these existential questions, well, then maybe you would realize something big. Yes, till tomorrow we will continue our conversations. Thank you, Adi, with the echoes, for amazing words.